Forget basketball's only a game and can always come again. Unless, of course, we blow up the world or something. Then you don't worry about it. You don't worry about don't let the sun catch you crying. I was watching UT Dallas and West Texas, and gosh, they haven't won a game in Division 2 yet. They came up from Division 3, and they played Eastern real tough the other night, and they almost beat West Texas. Well, they tried to, they were right in it with West Texas. And so it was cute. And watching the kids play basketball. Good old basketball. Sleepy. Not to get some sleep tonight, and hopefully, we'll see. We'll find out. What does the metaverse have in store for you tonight? I'm just kidding around. I'm not really. Nah, techno geeks are the main cause of us losing sleep. And they know if they, if you, my dreams aren't, they're stupid. Yeah, just mostly stupid. Well, I'm real good at, if they attack too much, it's going to screw them. So they just have to make it just constantly stupid. Now, I don't feel hopeless. I just feel like, why are you, why don't you stand up for a Lord's Prayer? Okay, never mind. Don't ask. If they were capable of self-correcting, they would. So it does. It says in all the documentation, that they cannot correct themselves, so that they will be corrected. So let's, I love Raphael Parsons Jr. I do too. So I'm just kidding around. Um, you got to learn to love yourself. And no, I've never had that issue. I love people, and I realize if I don't love people, I'll destroy everything trying to love me, and then thus, so I don't. The command from the Lord, and I'm the eternal spirit of the Lord, is to love one another, not to learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. That's not true. Uh, um, have faith in God. You can thank God you're alive. Not when someone's fucking your wife because they got bad science projects and she just can't stay faithful because she's got brain damage. And you hope she doesn't, and jealous darling that you are, you think you own me, you don't trust me half as far as you could. Now, I had that with Miriam Montalvo, yeah, and I tried to tell her, I would always tell her that too. It's like, I'm engaged to be married. That's practicing being married. It's very hard, okay? It's hard. You know, if you can't practice it and do it right, you can't do it. So I'm going to practice it. I'm not going to go off circumstantial evidence, gossip, hearsay, whatever. I'm going to keep up until, something definitive goes on, stuff. And I don't go on circumstantial evidence. And that's really tough. Yeah. When people cheat on you and you're pretty much certain, but you don't have the evidence. But then people come and tell you, and then that's when it all started coming down. But I was stubborn. Yeah. Yeah. Um, uh, guys. Um, uh, Relationships. Yeah. Um, uh, they're eternal. They're not finite. That's why they're always so combustible. Like a water for chocolate. Yeah, I guess that's the other. Don't pitch it. That shit's crazy. But don't eat at matches. Yeah, people are weird. Yeah, they are. Anything to make a buck. Stop doing that. Um, uh, Tired, man. I'm tired. I'm not incoherent. I'm connecting to people that are incoherent. Yeah, I watched a little thing on the vice president. Talked about before I went to go shoot hoops. Talked about how he believes in conspiracy theories. You can't believe in conspiracy theories, because conspiracies. Okay, theory. You believe in theory? You can't believe in theory. Theory is just a perception of what you think is happening, and then what might be happening may not be happening. You ever read Shakespeare's play Othello? Conspiracy theories, right? Refugee camp, conspiracy theories. You're just too good to be true. Can't take me. But it's not a theory. It's when there's a conspiracy to keep us all in theory, then it's obvious that it's a conspiracy to keep us all in theory, right? So, Jesus' faith isn't a theory. It's truth, right? And when you have conspiracies, people have theories. I don't have any theories. I'm not a I'm not a theoretical physicist. Oh gosh, no. There are no coins in my pocket. I did not bring a bowling ball with me, right? Earl, ride 'em, cowboy. Don't let 'em throw you down. You're the toughest cowboy around. Um, Started in New Mexico. Um, that's Paul Davis, yeah. Somebody else might sing it too. Favorite. I like lots of Paul Davis tunes, but they're uh, when I was a kid, I really liked "I Go Crazy" because I was very emotional. I was a young child raised in the United States. "Sweet Life" is very good. "Do Right" is a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one. 65 Love Affair. Yeah, we wasn't. Yeah, no, I liked Paul Davis. Yeah, Paul Davis. I have his greatest best of CD. Or I like good old Paul Davis. Hello, girl, it's been a while. Guess you'll be glad to know that I've learned how to laugh and smile. Getting over you was slow, just when I thought I was over you. No, I don't have that. The whole thing with Jennifer Lopez was a mind rape of a 4-year-old kid because he was the Shamil that was going to end all their fun because he was a self-righteous, pretentious pervert. Okay. Jennifer Lopez didn't like me. Okay, she never did. Okay. And if she doesn't, I can't like her. Okay, but I love her. Nobody loves her more than me. Okay. And when I'm done cleaning up this hell, she'll be loved by people that can love like me. And that'll do, pig. That'll do, right? Okay. If I had the words to make a day for you, I'd give you a day shiny and new. Welcome to my morning. Welcome to my day. Right? I'm the one responsible. I made it just this way. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah. A lot of sad people, a lot of city folks driving in a black limousine. A lot of sad people thinking that's mighty keen. So let me tell you exactly what I mean. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife. I got me old fiddle when the sun's coming up. I got cakes on the griddle. I like French toast better than cakes, but yeah. I like pancakes, but if I got vanilla, I'm taking that bread and an egg and taking a couple of eggs, some milk, and some cinnamon. And I'm not allergic to it because I'm not Joe Kingman. And nobody's going to bedazzle my balls. No, they tried to rot them off with chemical poisoning. Business partners, boy, everybody should not have any. They suck. They really do. But I don't want to stand out from the rest. I like Guru, but he had a brain chemical addiction with other people, and I don't have that brain chemical addiction. Well, basketball. I had to whip Steph Curry's ass. I was quicker than he was. And I could jump higher. And I was a better shooter because of my abilities and a better passer. He wouldn't have been able to guard me, but I could guard him. I was quicker and could jump. The only way people used to beat me was to cheat. Okay. I quit playing because they wouldn't stop cheating. They'd even do it, the coaches, with Dick Bennett, no, when I went to, I was pissed at Stephanie on that one. When your mom's dying of cancer, you don't come and try to light a fire on him to start getting his economic success going. Let my mom die, and then I'll worry about being a basketball player or a coach. my heart wasn't in it, so I just was my heart wasn't in it. I was gone long ago. No, I was pissed at Stephanie for that one, but that's the way she was raised. To take care of herself and think about herself. And when we came home, she got upset because she didn't want to be around my mom being sick because she gets real emotional about it, stuff like that. Yeah, you can get emotional, but the thing about it is if you're not there for other people, how do you expect people to be there for you when you're sick? When people that we know die, it takes, every time you leave, you take a piece of me, right? Beneath still waters, there's a strong undertow. Even a fool could see that you'll soon be leaving me. But each and every heart must take its turn at misery. And this time it's me. And I'll cry alone. It was after I watched that thing on Mike Wallace. I don't even hardly remember. I just know I cried. Pretty hard. Yeah. About the same when Amy was screwing all the guys at Fort Huachuca and I was taking the weight pinch apart in the room that I was going to use for Katie, but it had roaches in it. Fell down on the floor and cried for like 10 minutes. The worst one was the pea-soaked recliner here in this guest house after they kidnapped the kids, because I realized that Obama and none of his business partners was going to help me. I was in it when I was young. They never needed anyone. And making love was just for fun. I never was like that. I didn't want to use girls for sex. I got that. It's like old Rockefeller said, you turned down more girls in junior high than Gordon B. Hinckley, Spencer J. Kimball, Everett Bunsen, all got offered their whole lives. Like, really? I turned down more. So, how many times did I turn down Vicki Dunlap? Vicki Dunlap was hot. She was cute. Yeah. I turned her down a lot. Well, because I wanted to date Suzette Girlson, and I didn't want to. It was damn fucking Whitfield and whatever. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never. They ruined my sex life. I'm just kidding. No, because once you go down that slippery slope, and sit there and say thank you for all that training and sex and all that, and thank you, I would have, all kinds of different ways to get money for condoms, collecting bottles and cans or whatever stuff, and then I don't know, and so, and I really do believe that if you don't control your sex life, you diminish your immune system. But if you control your sex life, that your immune system benefits from it. I believe what we reap is what we sow. And I think if you fuck around, you have more of a propensity to get a disease and spread a disease and kill yourself and or not others with that disease. And I wouldn't want to kill a woman trying to outfuck Will Chamberlain because I got an ego problem. Ozempic. If we were living the Lord's Prayer, we wouldn't have to listen to people all jacking the hose on TV. Every time somebody gets a song and they use it for a commercial, the people that are responsible for that song or own that song get all the money from it. Oh, tender love and care makes a life worth living. Tender love and care, that's what I'll be given every day. I learned that from Facebook. Yeah. And then you can't scroll this video because you have somebody's song on there and you didn't pay money for it. Son of a bitch, that's horrid. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I save children from getting sexually abused by military units to manipulate politicians and celebrities and think they're in control. Like I explained to that psychology guy from the University of Chicago, gentleman, I didn't get his name. No, man, if you got a meme and makes you believe in it, we all are affected by it. It's like my dad taught me about my penis. You control it or it controls you. And it can be very hard to control, because when you're put in a situation where it's like, you're just too good to be true, can't take my eyes off you, you'd be like heaven to touch, want to hold you so much. At long last, love is alive, and I thank God I'm alive. There are some girls that you've known for in spirit and love and children and courage and protecting people from bullies and abuse for 3,000 years across the Iberian Peninsula, from the Gomezes to the Hulls in Germany. And then all the jealous people come up and try to kill her and take her away. And then if you are 30 years apart and you die and she commits suicide, who's to say the devil won't kill me the day you're born at 4 years old, so we don't hook up again. I'm just kidding around, but you know what I mean? And then kill me again and kill me again. So don't try to play God to arrange a situation to have sex with a person that you have an attachment to. Love one another, and love will take care of itself. I like Pascal, don't you? Yeah, he's pretty cool guy. He's special old guy. He's pretty cool. Yeah. How's Harvey doing? All you pukas?